Hello, 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 hello to all my wonderful friends all across this world, from the east to the west to the north to the south. Oh, yes, it's a wonderful, marvelous day to be thinking about love and understanding and joy and peace and sending out all our good thoughts across this world, because we've got a wonderful new year coming up, and it's going to be a marvelous year when people are going to be raising their consciousness even more and more and more, and we're going to be developing a spirit of cooperation and understanding around the world, and I want to be a part of that, and I know you do too, so I send out great big hugs of love to you, and lots of understanding of you, and desire for your friendship and your love. So I send out great big hearts of love to you today. Oh, yes, and peace and power and healing. Oh, yes, to raise you up out of despondency or depression or illness of any kind, to heal diseases and bring people together in love and understanding. Yes, love and understanding. That's what we need to have in 2017. Yes, it's a year to get rid of all fears and illusions and raise consciousness. And I hope all your dreams come true in 2017. Let all prosperity be seen in 2017. And I am going to think along those lines every single day of 2017 until it becomes a marvelous year. Oh, yes. Make abundance your choice, and roll out your Rolls Royces, and live in abundance and prosperity. Yes, roll out your thoughts of love. Roll out your thoughts of joy. Roll out all your thoughts of peace. Yes, it's gonna be a peaceful, wonderful world. It's gonna be a peaceful, wonderful world. Yes, we're gonna rejoice. We're gonna rejoice about freedom and understanding. And so we're gonna want you to leave behind all illusion and get a worldwide vision. Oh, yes, rise on eagle's wings far above and take the world in your arms of love. And that way you'll have wings yourself. You know, you'll develop those wings yourself in 2017 if you'll take the world in your arms of love and send out peace and joy. Make it your aim and your resolution to send out some peace, joy, and happiness every single day. And before 2017 has gone very far, you'll find you have those wings, and you're being lifted up, and you're flying on eagle's wings, and you're having so much more joy and happiness and health yourself because of that. The spirit of love and cooperation will put fear and poverty on the run. Cooperation puts poverty on the run. It brings prosperity to every nation. And so celebrate understanding in all your fun. You know, have fun, but celebrate cooperation and peace and prosperity for everyone. Let peace be thought and peace be done. Oh, yes. Yes, let's have it, and it's got to begin with us and raising our awareness. Peace for the world and cooperation for the world begins with each one of us developing that spirit of unconditional love within our own soul, heart, and mind, and developing the spirit of cooperation with everyone, and sending out thoughts of peace, love, and cooperation into the world every single day. That's how it's all going to begin and take place. So do not divide your thoughts. I tell you and warn you, do not divide your thoughts and spend time thinking about all these fear theories. And oh yes, so many coming out here. Oh yeah, all they want to think about, the worst is going to happen. Oh, disaster is bound to happen. Oh, I've got a conspiracy theory for you. So-and-so is going to take over the world. Oh, yes, this organization or that organization or this, that, and the other is going to bring down calamity. And don't divide your thoughts like that, because every second and minute that you spend thinking about those things and watching those kinds of shows and videos is that much time that you're wasting from the time you could be spending on sending out productive, healing, loving, joyful thoughts. And that's what we want to do in 2017. We want to get rid of this other stuff, all this constant spending time and filling our minds with all this other stuff is what is preventing the spirit of love and cooperation in the world. And we need to get rid of that. And so let us have fun in 2017, but let us realize that we want all peace also to be done. And let 2017 be a great year. The new UN Secretary General is going to take over 2017. Antonio Guterres. He used to be the Prime Minister of Portugal, so he does have a lot of experience and all. And so I think that he is going to concentrate on kicking out the corruption in the United Nations, which has become sort of a corrupt organization, but so has most all governments, and so coming out with all these conspiracy theories and then knocking the UN, knocking all governments and everything like that, it's just totally non-productive. And so the only productive and smart thing for us to do is to start rooting out cooperation. And when we've got these organizations where people are meeting together, make use of them and bring people together in love. Learn how to bring in the spirit of love. It may not be there much right now, but the organization is in place, and we can bring the spirit of love and cooperation to it if each individual and each representative and ambassador from each nation comes with the idea of spreading love and cooperation. Then eventually we can kick out all that corruption. So let's give Antonio Guterres a chance, and maybe he will bring the thing together to do what it was originally designed to do. And but then we'll have peace and prosperity in every nation. Now here's the problem. See, 90% of our world prosperity that we could have is being lost because of the hate and the fear and the spirit of non-cooperation. It would amaze you just to realize what all could happen if the nations really begin to cooperate, and instead of saying, well, I'm going to fight over this territory or that territory, or I am going to have hate for these other people because of the historic hatreds that I'm not going to allow to die. Instead of doing that, we could say, well, how can we put our mind, our great creative mind, because we are creative, we are powerful creators, we're one with infinite mind, we have available all infinite thoughts, and put those to work to realize and to innovate and to invent new technology that will make the most of every inch of territory on this globe and bring prosperity to everybody. Put your mind to work on that instead of fighting over territory and fighting over ancient hatreds. And so we lose all of this ability to do this, though, because we fill our mind with conspiracy theories, hatreds, fears, listening to every little doomsday thought that comes down the pike, from somebody that's just wanting to get their attention, get in the spotlight or something. And so they come up with a new doomsday theory. I think something was supposed to happen on December 28th, which is over now, and it didn't happen. And then now they got some other things that they're planning for 2017, and it'll just go on and on and on like that. But the world is actually raising its consciousness as I speak, and we're getting closer to that spirit of cooperation. And if we'll get our minds off all this other garbage and get it on that, then we can hasten the time when there'll be love and prosperity across this world. And so, but what we need to realize is that we have been given unconditional love. We just celebrated Christmas. That was a time when, what the significance of that is that unconditional love was poured out upon this entire world. And it was revealed, it's always been infinite unconditional love, but it was revealed at Christmas. And all peace was left with us, and all joy and abundance was given to us. I've come to give them life and that more abundantly. Everything good has been left. And if we do not lift our awareness in 2017 to receive and utilize all these things that have been left us, then we just put off that better world and that better life, the better life we could have as an individual, and the better world that we could have because of that, that we could have if we would begin to understand and lift ourselves to that unconditional love, peace, and prosperity, and joy and abundance which has been left to us. And so we need to then learn to rejoice and be grateful that and make that our choice continually, and know that as I sang that little song, rejoice, 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 that is now and forever your choice. Make the choice, make the choice, make the choice to rejoice, rejoice, rejoice. And always remember this phrase that I always tell you about when you're rejoicing. Remember that there is no interruption in joy, and there's no interruption in prosperity or peace or love or understanding. It's just that the interruption is just in our own consciousness, because we are not lifting our minds to receive what is there. There's no interruption in energy, no interruption in health and healing power, and no interruption in wealth and substance. And there's no interruption in any and everything that is good. And there's no limit to the good. And we need to realize that too. There's no limit to the good. That's the reason why we know that this world can be brought together in peace and cooperation and understanding. And we know that all of that corruption can be kicked out of the UN, and can be kicked out of, we got a new president in the United States, and the corruption can be kicked out of our government here, and the corruption can be kicked out in all the European countries and all the other countries in the world. It can be done because we know that there's no limit to good, and there's no limit to love. We have unconditional love. And so those things can be done. The substance that we have and experience can be fully then without interruption, and can totally flourish across the world. We must know absolutely then that we are now truly substantive. It's not to, when we start fearing and hating and feeling limited and feeling unloved, we're not recognizing that we're truly a substantial, immortal being, full of all energy and power, and we're powerful creators, able to innovate and create and invent and come up with all kinds of creative ideas for making it a prosperous world. We're able to develop the land like we've never done before. We're able to achieve new ways of providing food. All of these things are within our reach right now. All we got to do is get our minds off of this other negative garbage and get our minds on it. And this can actually, all of this energy can never actually be lessened or interrupted. All this creativity can't be lessened or interrupted. We can only turn our backs on it. We can turn our backs on our creativity and on our power to be creators, but we can't lessen the fact that it is there and it has already been given to us. So make this your daily meditation and your solid affirmation every day in 2017, and we'll see a year like we never thought we could ever see before. But it will be a marvelous year. So I'll be talking to you some more about this. Have a good evening.